Welcome to Girl Talk. We are having a lovely time here in this gorgeous setting.
How could we not have a lovely time here?
It's really fragrant. You probably can't smell it through the TV, obviously, but we're here at America's Best Flowers, and it smells so good, and it's summery in here. It's wonderful.
We are lucky ladies.
Speaking of smell through the TV, how many times I've wished I could text a smell. I'm taking a picture of a flower in my garden and sending it to my mom or my sister or somebody, and I'm like, I wish I could text the smell.
You know, that might be new technology.
It is. They're doing stuff like that in the movies. At least they're doing like trying to increase the sensorial experience or whatever.
Sure.
So there's some movie theaters that will say there's like a water scene or something. They'll throw a bucket of water at you, but there's something set up in the theater where there's something that comes out of the walls or something. So it's happening, and they're putting aromas and different smells in the air.
So maybe that's Apple's next project
Right.
if you're watching.
You app geeks out there, get on it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Start adding smell to your phone. That could get dangerous.
But anyway,
Not surely I want that. Anyways, we've got a great show for you. We are going to talk a little bit about summer planting and some things that you can do. We're actually going to give you some examples. So I'm excited to learn.
Yeah.
I always love getting my hands dirty here.
Yes.
You feel so good when you leave.
Right. I always leave with a bag full of new stuff too.
Right.
Which is really, I mean,
Only one?
So far, I'm keeping it at one. What about you? You were still shopping the last.
I know. I get a little out of control at these kinds of places.
It's hard not to. It gets very exciting.
It is really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, I hadn't been here until recently. I know, Janet, you're a longtime shopper of this place, but I did not know that it was so big, for one. I didn't know it was here. And then when I got in, I was just absolutely stunned at the size. And it's all just stunningly beautiful. Of course, right now, everything is in full bloom and just beautiful. So
It is the time to come if
It
you
is.
haven't been here yet.
It is. I've mentioned this before. I've come back for more plants later, and they're gone. So
wow, really?
don't wait. Oh, definitely.
Wow.
Yeah, you come in, you're like, it's empty. So don't wait.
it doesn't seem like that's possible
I
because
know.
there's so many. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people planting right now.
Yeah.
Who else are we chatting
We're going to
with?
get some tips on that. We're also going to talk a little bit about CrossFit. Now, if you didn't know, the CrossFit Games are coming to Madison, and that is a big deal because it's always been, I believe, in LA. I know California, and this is the first time they're trying something new. So we've been chosen here in Madison to cover the
cool.
CrossFit Games. So we've been highlighting some of the CrossFit gyms in our area. Specifically, CrossFit Connects is on our show today, and I'm excited to talk to them. Another thing we're talking about, another fun thing coming to Madison, are the Mama Awards. We're going to have a red carpet festival. We're going to have just a ton of fun. It's a great event.
Yeah.
I think we're going to
We're
try
gonna
and
go, and we're
Yeah.
gonna dress up and get our picture taken, maybe.
I can't
Well,
wait.
I heard they're going to have like paparazzi and
Yeah.
stuff like on the red carpet. So
It's
Ellen's
do your pose.
practicing her poses as we go here to break. We'll see you back here in a minute on Girl Talk.
welcome back to Girl Talk. We're here today at America's Best Flowers in Cottage Grove. If you haven't been here before, it is the time to come. It is so beautiful in here, and everything is in full bloom. And we'll be chatting with them a little bit later on in the show. But first, we have Beth Killey. You do a little bit of everything over at the Madison Area Music Association.
Yes,
and
I
you,
do.
You guys are having an award show coming up. It's on June 18th. It's going to be a blast.
It
But
is.
First, tell us a little bit about the Madison Area Music Association for people who may not be familiar.
Yes. Well, the Madison Area Music Association, also known as the MAMA, is a.
I love that name.
I know.
It's so
I know.
fun.
We actually have shirts that say "Who's your mama?"
Oh, I love that. That's so cute.
We are a nonprofit organization that works to put instruments in kids' hands and support music education.
That's so awesome. You're actually a musician yourself.
I
We should
am.
add in there too.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you play, if I may ask?
I play acoustic guitar mainly and sing and write songs and play in a variety of bands.
I love that.
Yeah.
So Mama does wonderful things with the organization. Tell us a little about the awards show. What can we expect?
Yes, well, the award show is Sunday, June 18th. It's in the Capitol Theater of the Overture Center.
Beautiful.
The red carpet event kicks off at 5 p.m. The show is at 7 p.m. And you can get tickets through the box office. It's kind of like Madison's version of the Grammys.
Right.
So you can come all decked out in your fancy dresses and your suits and ties, although some people show up in rock star fabulous attire and their leather jackets and their ripped jeans. It just kind of depends.
because I never get an excuse to dress
Yes, exactly. Wear your big black boots.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
right.
There you
That's
go.
a good reason
Okay.
to get
Yes.
big black
Suits in the summer.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about the performers and word on the street is there's a couple changes.
Yes, we have 8 Madison-based bands performing in all sorts of genres, different ages, but we had a last-second kind of addition to the lineup. We have the Clyde Stubblefield All-Stars performing, and they're going to be backing up Protege the Pro, who is a hip-hop artist in Madison. And they're going to be closing out the show with kind of a big show-stopping number. So it's really, we lost Clyde Stubblefield, the funky drummer, Madison's music icon this year. And so it's really amazing to be able to bring this into the show this year and to honor his legacy.
Yeah, that'll make it so much more special and important for so many people.
Yes,
That'll bring people to it, I bet, too.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And there's so many different elements, it seems like, that are going to make this so much fun. And I know we kind of talked about the red carpet thing, but I want to talk about it some more. Because it just sounds like such a blast and such just a fun part of the event leading up to the actual performances and obviously awards. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. I think the red carpet is something that kind of shocks people when they have been to the show the first time because they're like, whoa, this really looks like the Grammys. I mean, there's an actual red carpet. There is our friend Cooper Talbot from WORT is going to be interviewing people on the red carpet with the microphone. There's cameras. There's people running around, photographers taking pictures. There's a backdrop you can stand behind and get your picture taken with your band or just, any star that might be happening to wander through the lobby. So you
can
really
actually
exciting.
get out on the red carpet and like start posing.
You can.
And working it.
Just like that. Strongly encouraged. Yes, give us your Vogue.
I love it.
I know.
Already practicing.
Ready.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting to bring something like that to Madison because I think, there's so much fun culture and kind of big city stuff in a small town in Madison, but this is for real. I mean, people can really feel elegant and feel important and like stars in their own right. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
You mentioned we can get tickets at the box office.
Yes.
Physically, is there a way to get them online and over a phone?
If
Tell
you
us
go
about that.
to the Overture Center's website, you can purchase them in advance. You can certainly get them the day of the show. But we also have a special VIP ticket, which there are just a few left, where if you buy that, it's a little bit of extra money, but you get a T-shirt, you get a autographed poster that's a printer press kind of limited edition poster for the show, and you get access to the VIP lounge before the show, starting at 5 p.m.
I
So
was
much
with
fun.
you with T-shirt and all the
I
poster,
know.
and then you said VIP lounge, and
It's just an
that's the
extra
ticket.
extra
I think we might be
$15.
and that one's
That's
so
the
that
ticket.
the VIP is 35,
Yes.
standard is 20.
Yeah.
Just so people know, really affordable.
Which,
Yes.
it's not that much more.
Yeah, exactly.
And if people can't make it to the event, something cool we're doing is we're actually going to be airing replays of the 2016 and the 2017 awards on our television station.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can't make it out there, be sure to watch on TV. And of course, people can always go to the website and donate to the
Please,
cause, which is
please.
also really important.
Absolutely.
Again, Beth with the Madison Area Music Association, thanks for being with us.
My pleasure.
We
Thank
appreciate you being here. And we'll be back with more Girl Talk right after this.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are here at America's Best Flowers and having a fabulous time, fabulous and fragrant and lovely, sitting in the sun. Always enjoy it here. We are very excited also to be sitting next to Brian Welker, the owner and head coach of CrossFit Connex. CrossFit's kind of in the air everywhere because the CrossFit Games are coming to Madison, Wisconsin for the next 3 years, starting in August. So we're very excited. Brian is a star of one of our shows that we have on, so we can talk about that too. But what I want to talk about specifically right now is women and CrossFit. So CrossFit is for everyone, as far as I've learned thus far.
Definitely.
So tell me a little bit about components of CrossFit that may be for women and for everyone that they may not realize.
So one of the big proponents of or parts of CrossFit is using the barbell, weightlifting in general. Some women tend to be shy away from weightlifting and using the barbell, but it's a great way to work in exercise, develop bone density, get the heart rate up, work on improving muscle strength and tone, and pretty much everything that you would want out of exercise.
Yeah, just like an all-over fine-tuning, right?
Yep.
I didn't know there was help with bone density. That's interesting.
Yep.
That's great for women.
Yeah, definitely. With osteoporosis being an issue, especially as women get older, using the barbell helps increase that bone density along with
fabulous.
strengthening other parts of the body.
Yeah, and you don't have to end up thinking that you're going to be like a bodybuilder like you see in the magazines or whatever. I've seen the CrossFit barbells in there as much as a one barbell without weights all the way up
Yep.
to big weights. So lots of
Definitely.
different. Yeah.
Yep.
So Brian, you're mentioning a lot of the physical benefits, the bone density, but there's also probably some mental benefit too of feeling more empowered or
Absolutely.
confident?
Yep. So one of the big things about CrossFit is that the women that work out at CrossFit Connex are some of the strongest women I know. They've gotten stronger from being there, but they came in strong as well, and they have a strong mental attitude. And then that confidence just comes out when they leave the gym as well. So they're improving in their professional lives, and their families, and the community, and everything.
I'm wondering though if some women or viewers are hearing this and thinking of a particular kind of woman, and it doesn't have to be some hardcore kind of person,
Not
right?
at all, not at all. So we have women from all walks of life. Some are police officers, some are nurses, some are just mothers and teachers. They come in, they all work out together, and they're doing the same thing next to each other. They might be lifting different weights and different intensities, but they're all doing the same thing together.
And getting all the same benefits.
Absolutely.
Right. So weightlifting sounds like it's a great one. Are there other exercises that are great for women as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So running, cardiovascular, plyometrics, things like that are
What's
gonna.
plyometrics?
So jumping
Okay.
and changing direction and things like that. So not only helps with athleticism, but cardiovascularly gets the heart working, gets the blood pumping, improves the heart rate and the breathing, as well as just balance, coordination, agility, things like that. That sometimes we think are just for athletes. It can work for athletes, but
Right.
being able to be independent and move around your everyday life, playing with kids, running after students and things like that, definitely needs to be there as well.
Right. Sounds like variety is important.
Yep. So
Yes.
yeah, CrossFit is constantly varied. We do something different every day. So we're working strength one day, we're working agility and coordination the next.
Very cool.
Well, you said there's many different types of women, many different types of people at Connex. I know several of the women that are there, and they are wonderful and enjoying their experience very much. So, what would be like an age range? Just curiosity of the different kinds of women and different age ranges of women that you see there.
So we have women of all age ranges. We just had a 12-year-old gymnast come in the other day and do a workout with everybody. So she was a high-level gymnast. So she's got a lot of energy and a lot of experience with training like that. So she was in there, and then we have women in their 50s and 60s working out, doing things that are similar with different equipment or with a lighter weight barbell.
And it's such a team effort. I've never
Yeah.
seen
Brian,
that.
we have just a few seconds left. How about giving a shout out to that upcoming event,
Sure.
Uplift?
Yeah, so there's a group in Madison put on by some coaches from some local CrossFit gyms. It's just an event for women to get together, do some workouts together, and then have some coffee and hang out afterwards to kind of get to know each other a little bit better.
That sounds
can
fabulous.
That sounds fabulous. Let's do
Learn
it.
more on your website about that?
Yep.
Okay.
Fabulous. Thank you for joining us today, Brian Welker from CrossFit Connex, and we're here at America's Best Flowers. We'll be back in just a moment with more Girl Talk. Hi, and welcome back to Girl Talk. We are having a fabulous time here at America's Best Flowers in Cottage Grove. I am standing here and so pleased to be next to Ro and Barb, flower extraordinaires and flower mama. Barb plants everything from seed here at America's Best Flowers and has done so for 25 years. So, as Janet said so nicely earlier, she makes so many people happy and just spreads the love. So, thank you for letting us come here with you, and you're going to show us a few things about putting bouquets together and how that works.
Yep.
So thank you, ladies. Barb, tell us a little bit what you're doing. What are you holding there, and how are you designing things?
This arrangement will be just a mixed arrangement with some Fiji mums, some asters, carnations.
Okay.
We also have some Alstroemeria over here.
I want to give a shout out to Alstroemeria because that is my favorite. It is my favorite cut flower because it lasts and it lasts
does.
and it lasts.
Yes.
Okay. See,
And it comes in so many different colors
Yes.
too.
I've seen that in a lot of different bouquets, and it must be because of that, because it lasts.
It
So if
does.
you're gonna-
And they're
versatile.
pretty.
Yeah, and they're pretty.
Yeah.
I think it perked up a little bit when you gave it a shout out.
So speaking of shout out, we need to actually, I guess, highlight this fact that making bouquets here at America's Best is a new service. So
Yes.
not just your gardening items, but having a bouquet delivered. This is something that we've all had to do at some point, is get that birthday bouquet, the Mother's Day bouquet. And you guys do more than that too, weddings and events and things like that?
That's right.
Wow.
Yep. So our Edgerton location has been doing it for years, but here in our Cottage Grove location, we just started January. We just opened a flower shop this January.
And this is just like any other flower shop where you'd call in and say, I want this size bouquet, here's my price point, and can you
Yes.
deliver?
Yes, we do deliver.
Perfect.
That's wonderful. So all you have to do is call here, and the best thing about having it done here is they have so many choices of things to put together because of the amount of products that they have here already for sale. I mean,
That's
your choices
right.
are endless, so how to do this. So there's a bunch of different flowers in here I recognize, being the mums and the carnations and the Janet favorite, what are they called?
Alstroemeria.
Alstroemeria. So what are the purple ones again? They look kind of like wildflowers,
They're
is that correct?
type of an aster.
Type of an
And this looks
aster.
like goldenrod to me.
It is in that family.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It really
knows her
adds
stuff.
a nice bright pop to that.
So what would this bouquet, what would you ladies suggest that this would be for? What kind of occasion, or does it matter? I'm just curious if you have an idea in mind.
Could be a birthday, any kind of celebration, any party you might have. It could go on a table. It could also go for a church, an altar.
Oh, absolutely.
And is it correct to assume that you can customize? So if someone, for example, were going to make a bouquet for Janet, they could say, Janet loves Alstroemeria. you could customize whatever.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
We usually have a nice selection of flowers, but we can special order too if we have a day or so if it's something that we don't have on hand.
And my address is.
Order for Janet from America's Best Flowers. So there's other things going on in June outside of this kind of creation of these new bouquets and made-to-order things. But in June, what's going on in June? There's something special this month, right?
Well, in our industry, it is perennial month, right, Barb?
Perennial month.
Yes.
Perennial month.
Definitely.
Okay, so I used to be confused back in my I know nothing about gardening days. Now I know this much about gardening. I at least know the difference between
Jessa, are you listening?
what is a perennial versus an annual, because it's confusing because of the names. Barb, take it away.
Yeah, take it away, Barb.
Perennials are the plants that come back year after year for you.
Okay.
And annuals basically die off at the end of the year. Some annuals you can bring inside and keep going.
Okay.
Some people take house plants outside as annuals
Okay.
and use them.
Is there a rule of thumb that, or a little way to help people remember which is which that you advise?
Annual is just that year.
Just
that year. Only once.
Perennial.
not again.
mhm,
Okay, so
Yep.
1 year. It gets confusing because annual is a term that you use for things that are yearly. So I got myself confused quite a bit, and then I just had to memorize. So now I know the difference. So there's something else. There's a fun event happening in June here, talking about Father's Day. So tell us how that works. I'm so excited to hear about this because it sounds so
Yes.
neat.
We celebrate fathers here, and fathers can come here Father's Day and get free ice cream with the whole family.
That's so amazing.
Yes.
The father doesn't like ice cream. I mean, come on.
Yes. And plus, we have a make and take event that the kids can make a garden pizza with Dad.
What is that?
A garden- so from what I understand, you can take the herbs and vegetables that you all grow here and literally make a pizza with it
Yes.
and cook the pizza here, or take,
Oh, no,
take it home.
They're going to take the planter home that has the ingredients on it. So they'll plant like a bell pepper, tomatoes. What else should we put in there? Basil.
Some herbs.
Herbs,
yep.
yep.
Yeah.
And then they take that home, and then they can use it at home and cook a pizza with Dad.
That is so cool.
So it's a make, take, and bake.
Yes. Hey, there you go. Yeah.
So if you're out there, and then is this happening on Father's Day itself?
Yes,
So
it
that
is.
is the Sunday, the
I think that's the 18th.
18th, excuse
Yes.
me, Sunday
Yep.
the 18th. So if you have kids out there, and I know that I've done this before with my children, if you have kids out there that like the idea of picking something and using it, I mean, it just it brings it all full circle to have your kids help you grow something or see what it does and then actually
Yes.
see what's coming out of the ground as food. And then they
Yes.
present it to Dad, and it's so much more delicious when you make it yourself, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yes.
this is something that could be really important and fun for your family because I mean it's good to see for kids to see nowadays where food comes from. I mean this
It
is
is
an
very
important
important.
revelation
Yes.
for some kids.
It
I
comes
love
from the
that.
grocery store, right?
Exactly. I mean there's a disconnect there sometimes.
Yeah.
So these ladies are here to help us with that. That's fabulous.
Speaking of where plants come from, that's a neat thing about Barb here. Again, you mentioned earlier that she's the one that plants the seeds.
Yes.
And I think we kind of forget about that. We think they just come as little plants and they get bigger, or maybe we buy the full-blown version because we want that instant gratification. Patient Barb here is putting that seed right in there.
Yeah.
And you've been here how long is it?
Over 25 years.
That's so amazing.
We love Barb.
Too. I feel honored to be standing next to this person who does that much growing from scratch. I mean, that is really,
Yes.
again, you don't get plants from the plant store, right? You get them from a seed. They
Yes,
start somewhere
that's
else.
right.
So
Yeah.
Barb, when do you start that planting?
End of January, beginning of February.
And we're talking petunias
start.
and the baskets we see, that kind of stuff?
Not all of those. If we can get them in plug form or a cutting, we do that. But
Okay.
anything that isn't available in that way, then I start
She
them.
does it.
Yep.
Thank you so much for teaching us and celebrating with us with flowers. We're here at America's Best Flowers with Ro and Barb, and thank you for joining us at Girl Talk today. See you next time.